Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Vakrangi Limited Q3 FY 2021 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then zero on your touchtone phone. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Dinesh Nandwana, Managing Director and Group CEO. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good day, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to greet you all once again on behalf of our Board of Directors and Senior Management. We begin by thanking all of you for having spare time in joining us here today to discuss our third quarter ending for the financial year 2021. As with respect to our business strategy, we believe that worst is behind us and we shall be showcasing better growth and improved financials every quarter-on-quarter basis. There has been robust growth in profitability on the quarter-on-quarter basis and stable growth revenues on quarter-on-quarter basis on the COVID and lockdown situation normalizes, and the company has leveraged technology and process automation initiatives which has resulted into enhanced profitability. The company's return to normalcy on the business front has been progressing well with month-on-month improvement in the sales. However, normalization to pre-COVID levels shall take another quarter. Outlet revenues have been impacted as only our key essential services like banking, ATM, mobile recharge and telemedicine services have been fully operational. However, other key services like assisted online shopping, online pharmacy have recently become operational. Travel services and logistics have been significantly impacted because on the on-ground field level delivery challenges and travel services being closed due to the lockdown situation. This makes us one of a very few companies globally who have been operational during a lockdown and providing key emergency and essential services to the citizen in the most environment-friendly manner at the remotest part of the country, whereby serving unserved and underserved part of the country. At the same time, health of our franchisee and customer is important to us, and all of our Vakrangi Kendras maintaining complete safety protocols and also maintaining proper hygiene at the outlets. Further, our company has been successfully in benchmarking our performance on a wide range of industry-specific economic, environmental, governance and social criteria that are relevant to the growing focus on business sustainability and financially relevant to the corporate success. Global recognition reflects company's commitment to further enhance its corporate governance and transparency standards. Company has achieved global recognition across various platforms for its superior ESG performance and long-term business sustainability. I am pleased to share that today we have been included in the Sustainability Yearbook 2021. We are extremely proud to share that Vakrangi is now recognized and included in 2021 Bloomberg Gender Equality Index. This recognition reflects our commitment to gender equality and transparency. Also, Vakrangi has been globally ranked number one in the Sustainalytics ESG risk rating ranking out of the 668 companies assessed in the software and service industry across worldwide. Further, we have received recognition through CDP as well as S&P Global, where we have been ranked 13 on overall global S&P ranking as well as ranked 19 on corporate governance standards. Our business strategy has been mapped with the sustainability initiatives along with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The goals are a blueprint to achieve a better tomorrow. We believe our brand awareness and store awareness has increased significantly during this period of COVID-19 pandemic as our Kendra have been open and are providing key essential services in their neighborhoods, due to which we believe we shall emerge as the store of choice for our customers for all our essential needs. Further now, as the situation improves, we expect our services to normalize over the next few months and business growth momentum to improve and better going forward. Due to our enhanced visibility during the lockdown period and aggressive marketing campaign done over the last 6 to 9 months, The company has received an overwhelming response on the same and has received huge number of new inquiries for next-gen Vakrangi franchisee model. Further, under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, the banks have started to extend finance to micro enterprises which are in the business of manufacturing, trading and services sector in rural, urban and metro areas. We have a partnership arrangement with the Union Bank of India to provide a loan facility for pan-India next-gen Vakrangi Kendra franchisees. The bank is now offering a special product for our franchisees under Union Mudra scheme. The loan covered under Mudra schemes are collateral-free loans. This is a huge boost to our potential franchisees, thereby easing the onboarding process for our potential franchisees. Further, with respect to further visibility on number of next-gen outlets, I would like to share that we have received 120,000 plus inquiries. Therefore, we have a clear visibility of reaching 25,000 operational next-gen outlets over the next 12 months. Commenting on the operational performance, Vakrangi Kendra network throughput has crossed more than $1.5 billion, that is 10,600 crore in the December quarter, which was impacted due to COVID situation. Currently, we are in the annualized run rate of $5.8 billion throughput. Our total number of transactions crossed 34 million, that is 3.4 crore transactions on a quarterly basis. It is very heartening to see that performance of these outlets are still maturing and growing. With more and more becoming operational and mature, this would significantly increase over the period of time, and we will witness the benefit of strong operational leverage as our cost would remain at the same level until we reach 25,000 fully operational outlets. Commenting on the financial performance, our revenue grows 5.5% on quarter-on-quarter basis to 92.1 crore, as well as profit after tax grew by 26.2% to 16.8 crore. The current COVID-19 pandemic has caused unprecedented disruption in the world of work, whereby companies leveraging technology, implementing process automation and innovative digital initiative as a new way of conducting everyday business and managing field operation. These initiatives have resulted into improved franchisee satisfaction and better centralized management of field operation. The company shall also get benefit of the same in overall cost reduction and enhanced profitability. Going forward, once the environment normalizes, we expect the financials to keep improving as more and more next-gen outlets become operational, and as the stores get more and more mature. Also, we have been able to maintain a robust balance sheet with debt-free status, and entire capex has been funded through internal accruals. Going forward, we shall witness growth on three paths, which is increase in number of outlets, activation of all services across outlets, and then maturity of the services over the period of time. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our shareholders for their support. We can now open the floor for question and answer sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. In order to ensure the management is able to address all the questions in queue, we request you to please limit your questions to 1 per participant. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Ankit Somani from Capital Gain Investment. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello sir. Can you please brief on revenue growth? Why there is a flat growth in December quarter? Also, growth margin has been impacted. Now, as the lockdown situation is eased, do we foresee growth going back to pre-COVID levels? Please provide your guidance for next 12 to 18 months.
Yeah, hi, good evening. Thank you for the question. So, as we said that during this pandemic period, primarily almost till September, our majorly only banking, ATM, these services were operational, and only by around September, October or Diwali period onwards is where we initiated the services such as online shopping and online pharmacy, and these services slowly and steadily got on back. So therefore, if you see for the last 3 quarters, there has been a sequential growth every quarter on quarter. So the situation is improving every quarter on quarter basis. But still, for example, travel services remain almost negligible for us, as there is a issue there, as well as physical logistic in deep rural location, typically tier 5, tier 6 kind of location. There are still challenges that we are facing. So what we expect is that maybe pre-COVID level, it will take at least another 2 to 3 months. So maybe post next quarter onwards is where we get back to pre-COVID level. But it is heartening to see that we are improving on every quarter on quarter basis. With respect to the guidance, if you ask me, our target is to reach 25,000 operational next-gen outlets in this calendar year, or maximum in the next 12 months. So maybe before March 22, but our target is to reach it by December 2021. So in terms of number of outlets, we should be able to at least get a good growth of more than 100%, 150% around growth, where we are increasing from 10,000 operational stores to 25,000 operational stores in the next 12 months. So we are well prepared for that. Because of this COVID and logistic challenges, there has been a delay in terms of execution of this plan. But we are well on track now. As the situation is easing and lockdowns are reducing, so that has given us a good visibility in terms of our next 12-year plan. So just to be specific on your answer, yes, revenue growth will increase now every month-on-month basis, but reaching pre-COVID level will take at least a quarter. So that is what we are saying. Another thing in terms, if you see, even in this current revenue, we have been able to maintain our profitability margin. So there we have been very stringent, and we have implemented a lot of process automation and technology initiatives, whereby we have been able to reduce our costs, and therefore our profitability margins are fairly robust as compared to our earlier profitability margins. And second thing, in terms of number of outlets, we intend to reach 25,000 stores over the next 12 months. Thank you.
Thank you. We would request the current participant to please come back in the question queue for any follow-up questions, as we have several participants waiting for their turn. The next question is from the line of Vikas Badlani from Ruby Venture Capital. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I have visited the Vakrangi Kendra outlets in COVID-19 and lockdown, and I have seen that Vakrangi has done great work in COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown situation. My question is that if you can throw some light on your guidance on the number of outlets, what is the plan for the current year, and also throw some light on the long-term plan.
So, Mr. Vikas, as I just said that our current outlook on terms of number of outlets is to reach 25,000 operational next-gen Kendras over the next 12 months. So from currently where we are at 10,000 plus operational stores, we intend to reach 25,000 operational stores. And on a longer term perspective, if you ask us, we have a plan to reach around 75,000 operational next-gen exclusive branded stores over the next 4 to 5 years. So currently we are focusing on reaching the near-term target, which is the 25,000 operational next-gen exclusive branded stores. The long-term target is to reach around 75,000 stores over the next 4 to 5 years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sonal Desai, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good evening. Is there any update on the data side, and when can we expect the same? Can you?
Yeah. Hi. Good evening. So because of this COVID, there has been delay in terms of our realization of our debtors receivables. So we expect these receivables to be realized over this calendar year, that is over the next 9 to 12 months. That is what we expect.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sunil Paul from Crescent Invest. Please go ahead.
Sir, there is a reduction in employee benefit expenses. Can you please explain the same?
Yes, good evening. So, as I said, we have implemented a fair amount of technology, and we have implemented a lot of digital initiatives and process automation. So currently, for example, we are having a complete module in place where we are doing a direct VC video conference meetings with the franchisees directly from the central office through our relationship managers, through our business heads. So the management of the field operation has become much more easier and much more centralized, due to which it has not only helped us in better management and better improve the franchisee satisfaction. At the same time, our overall cost reduction has also, we have realized that there has been a significant amount of savings in that. Also, another reason for this reduction in the employee expenses is also because of the lapse of some ESOPs and reversal of some ESOP amount. So that is another reason, but major thing is that implementation of this digital initiative and automation initiative, whereby field operation is much more managed now at the centralized level, due to which there has been some reduction in terms of employee expenses.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Due to time constraints, we take the last question from the line of Rahul Chaturvedi, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my question is from the business perspective, what has been major impact of the COVID-19 pandemic? And it means any key positive or any key negative that you would like to highlight?
So see, basically the negative everyone knows, so there has been impact on the revenues as well as on the profitability as well as in terms of store rollout. So because of this COVID and lockdown situation especially, and our focus primarily being in deep rural, so logistic plays a very key role. So our store rollout has been affected because of this pandemic, and also some of our services which is linked to travel or online shopping where logistic plays a key role have been impacted because of this COVID-19 pandemic situation. But if you see from the opportunity side, what we have witnessed is that our store awareness, our store trust levels have increased substantially. And this is visible in terms of by the number of new inquiries, by the number of new applications that we are getting. So we have got a very good overwhelming response where we have received more than 100,000 plus, 120,000 plus new applications for becoming a next-gen Vakrangi franchisee. So that gives us a lot of encouragement and shows a lot of promise for us that the business trust and awareness has increased substantially, because we were the only stores operating and providing very key essential services like banking and ATM in deep rural, even where the bank branches were shut by afternoon 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Our stores were open till 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the night and providing all the subsidy payments and financial services to the rural citizens. So I think so that we take a lot of encouragement from that exercise, and we feel that we will be emerging as a store of choice for our consumers in the rural India, and we would emerge as a very strong rural consumption play over the next couple of years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. As that was the last question, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Amit Sabharwal from Vakrangi for closing comments.
Thank you everyone for taking time out and attending our Q3 FY21 conference call. In case of any further queries or any details, please feel free to get in touch with us, and our email details are available on the website. So please feel free to contact us. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Vakrangi Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.